Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so beginning with the introduction, hope all of the students are sitting with their parents. So my name is Tehreem, and I'm graduated from Government College University Lahore. I have completed my master's degree from University of Management and Technology Lahore. So and I belong to Lahore. So most of the students are from here, from Karachi or the other cities too. So hope all of you are good. And about D1. So basically, I have almost like 6 to 7 years of teaching experience and online teaching experience basically. So I do tutor math from like pure grades like 3 to 4 to like up to A levels, AS levels, and bachelors. This group is basically for D1 maths, and I'm starting a series of groups. Like it is for D1, D2, and D3, all of them. So there will be different groups for all of them. So the most important one is the D1. Now, why D1 and for whom D1? So I will just give a 5 minutes introduction. Which students should join D1 maths? So basically, if you are a student of grade 5, if you have completed grade 5 and you have moved to grade 6, this course is for you. Okay. In case you are in grade 6, you are in grade 7, you are in grade 8, you are in grade 9. Basically, what is math? All of the building of the maths. I hope you all can hear me and you can understand what I'm saying. If there's any problem, you can just keep your mic and you can ask to me. Otherwise, if there is no problem, try to keep your mic mute so that we can hear easily to each other. Thank you. Okay. So basically, all of our maths is basically divided into like three main branches. So the number one is called numbers. So what is numbers? All of the branch of mathematics is called numbers. Numbers means that we are able to identify numbers. We are able to identify what type of numbers are the fractions, are the decimals, are the simple numbers, all of the numbers. The second main building of the mathematics is operations. So how many operations are there? There are four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So up on operations, all of the building of the operations is built. Why? Because operations are something that is the most important. So every concept of maths, if you can go with the decimals, if you can go with the fractions, with algebra, with geometry, with anything, you have to use the four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. The third most important thing is algebra. What is algebra? Solving unknown, solving variable. So what we always write find x. What is x? A variable or an unknown number. So finding x or finding a variable is something that is all algebra about. So these are the three basic pillars of mathematics: numbers, four operations, and algebra. So what is D1 maths? D1 maths is basically encountering all of these three basic operations called algebra, operations, and numbers. So therefore, I'm saying if your kid is going to go in O levels 4024, D1 is important. If you are going to go for IGCSE 0580, GCSE Edexcel, AQA Maths, or if you're going to go for simple matriculation that occurs in our Pakistan, the normal exam or Karachi board or Lahore board or any board. So D1 Maths is always important for your kid. Why? Because this D1 Maths makes three important pillars of mathematics in your child that will help the child to build the base of the mathematics. And after the base, the child can conquer any concept in mathematics. So the first question is which students can take this course? If you are a student after grade 5, because the level of the course is starting at the for the students after grade 5, okay? Not before grade 5. So after grade 5, any student, grade 6 to up to any level, if you are facing problems in the basics. So you have to take this course. Either you're a student of O level, simple 4024, IGCSE, GCSE, Edexcel, or simple matric student, you can take this course because this course is still important for you. This will build a simple pillar for you that will help you to conquer all the courses. Number one thing. Number two thing, how we are going to move in this course. So basically, I'm trying to make a group because most of the people are taking one-to-one lessons from me, but most of the people wanted group lessons to make it affordable and make it more learning effective with other students too. So in this, we are going to try to focus on the concepts, come to the practice. After each lesson, there will be a worksheet given to you. You have to complete that worksheet at home and send it back to me. We will make a like Google Classroom or as WhatsApp app facility to you. The worksheet will be checked and discussed in the class, and the next lecture will go on. After each chapter means after each module or each 2 to 3 concepts, there will be a test. Test will be marked separately for each student, and separately the attention will be given in the test to each student that why the student is lacking in this test. So Abhi, we are doing this demo lesson and all of you are, many of the people are here and many of people are not here. But once the class starts, there will be a group of the parents who will be in the class, so all of the registered students. So we will have a meeting of all of the parents once in a month. That will be a combined meeting, and all parents will have a chance to have a meeting with me individually after each month's progress for their kids' mathematics. So this is all about this course. This is all about D1. This is all about it, why you should take D1 maths course. Okay. So now I will just start with the very simple and the basic concept today. So we can also like do some concepts today. It's not about just, okay. So if anyone have any question up till now for why to take the course and the such things, then you people can just ask me the question. You people are allowed to unmute yourself and then ask me the question in case you have any question in your mind. Okay. So starting with a very major thing, very important thing and not that difficult thing, algebra. So what is algebra? And basically, can you please stop writing on the screen? There is one person writing on the screen. So can you please stop that? I think there is no need for the students to write on the screen. Only teacher is allowed to write on the screen. Okay, so what is algebra? So the answer to the question is very simple. Algebra is numbers. Everyone know what are numbers. You can't hear me? Someone says that no voice. Can anyone other confirm if you are able to hear me or not?
Miss, I can hear you.
Okay, so but there's a person saying that no voice. So can you please check your speaker from your side? Because from my side, I have a good connection of speaker and mic. Thank you. Okay, so numbers. What is algebra? Algebra is, you know, what is numbers? Numbers, counting numbers starting from 0, 1, negative numbers, and fractions and all those things. What are variables? Coming to variables. Variables are unknowns. The unknowns are also called variables. Unknowns are the variables that we don't know. For example, we normally name them X, Y, Z. These are the variables. So these are the numbers and these are the variables. Now, after numbers and variables, what we have, an important thing, 4 operations, right? So what are the 4 operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So my question is, what is algebra? So algebra is the combination of all these things. Combination of numbers, variables, and 4 operations. You can see, I will write 4x plus 2. This is an algebraic expression. It is a combination of numbers, variables, and then 1 operation. So what is algebra? The answer to the question is it is a combination of numbers, variables, and 4 operations. When we combine these 3 things in different ways, we find different algebraic operations and algebraic things. So today, before starting the first topic of algebra, we should know one important thing, and that is what are terms. So this is an important, okay. So what are terms? So anyone have any idea that what is a term in algebra? Any you can answer the question to me. Can you tell me what is a term in algebra? Let's suppose, let me write let me write on the screen. Let's suppose I have 5x plus y minus xy. So this is term 1, this is term 2, this is term 3. But how do I know that there are 3 terms? Why should I write it 5 into x? So I can write 1 in 2 terms. I can write 3 in 4 terms. So what are the rules? How can we identify terms? So today we're going to learn that what are terms and how can we identify terms. So the major thing for the terms is, for example, all of the individual letters. All of the individual letters. I'm going to tell you what are terms, individual letters. So you know what are individual letters? Very easy. I'm using very easy words for you so you can understand easily. Individual letters. For example, U, this is a term. For example, X, this is a term. For example, Y, this is a term. For example, T, this is a term. So any individual letter is called one term. Even a grade 5 student can understand this. Any individual letter is represented as one term. Okay. Second option for terms. What is another option in terms? A pair or group of letters. Okay. So pair means I can write XY, I can like UT, I can like YZ. So pair or group of letters is again called one term. So this is one term, this is one term, this is one term. Next option, a number paired with a letter. A number paired with a letter means 2x, this is one term. Means 1000y, this is one term. Means 1 by 2z, this is one term. So a number paired with a letter represents one term. Okay. So next, what are the more options for the terms? A number paired with a group of letters. Okay. A number paired with group of letters. Okay, for example, 2 paired with group of letters X and Y. For example, minus 5 paired with group of letter T, V, W, X. So this is all one term, this is all one term. So I'm telling you the options that what are terms, so you can identify the terms easily. I will tell you each and every option, so it's never going to make a problem with you. Okay, now what are terms? A fraction involving letters, a fraction. Everyone know what is a fraction. A fraction is something having numerator and denominator. A fraction involving letters and numbers. One by two x, 1 by 2 yz, or only 1 by 2 with along is also one term. So this is one term. Okay. Okay, any of above, any of the above that we have learned, just any group with exponents is also one term. And you know what is exponents? If someone has already read it, it's called powers. For example, y square, xy square, 2y square, or 2xy square. So this is all one term. So today we have learned how to identify terms. So I have given you options. Number alone is a term, number with a variable is a term, number with two variables is a term, group of variables is a term, number paired with number of group of letters is a term, fraction with the letters is a term, fraction with the numbers is a term, fraction with the variables is a term, and fractions with exponents is a term. Okay, now I'm giving you one rule that is very easy. How to identify terms. That is easy. If there is a sign of addition or subtraction, remember this thing. Very easy. If there is a sign of addition and subtraction, it's separate terms. If there is a sign of multiplication and division, it does not separate terms. We're not going to learn all those groups. No, we're just going to learn these 2 points. All those groups are just for you to make sure what are terms, okay? Just to learn the things. But you're just going to remember these 2 rules, 1 and 2. If addition and subtraction is there, it separates the terms. If multiplication and division is there, it does not separate the terms. Got it? Okay. So let's come to some example. We cannot learn anything without example. Okay, for example, I will write 4 over here. This is one term. If I will write x over here, this is one term. If I will write 4 times x, this is one term. If I will write 4 divided by x, this is one term. You can see why this is one term. The number alone is a term. The variable alone is a term. Number multiplied with a variable is a term. Number divided by variable is a term, because multiplication and division do not separate the term. So this is one term. Now coming to, if I will write 4 plus 6, how many terms are there now? There are 2 terms now. Why? Because there is a sign of addition. So 4 is one term, x is another term. So 1 plus 1, 2 terms. If I write 4 minus 6, how many terms are there? Again, subtraction. Subtraction separate the terms. So 4 is one term, x is another term. So again, there are 2 terms. Got it? Got the point? 4 along is one term. X along is one term. Multiplication and division do not separate the terms. Addition and subtraction do separate the terms. So now if I have number, okay, there is Amara Habib. Do you have any question?
Miss, I can't. Miss, you're not writing. I can't see your writing.
Beta, I am writing on the screen. Are you unable to see me writing on the screen?
Yes.
Is everyone
We are
unable
unable to
to
see
writing on the
anything.
screen?
We are unable to see anything you are writing on the screen because it's not visible to us.
Okay, let me share the screen again. Is it happening with everyone? Can someone other response, please? Because I am sharing the screen, you are converting on the whiteboard. Let me share the screen again, any case. Okay. Let me know once you can share once you can see the screen, okay?
Okay.
Tell me if you can see the screen now.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Okay, good. So I'm going to just repeat it now. I have a number 4. This is one term because this is a single number. I have a single variable x. This is one term. But I have the combination now 4 times x. So because multiplication do not separate the terms, so 4 into x will be one term, not 2 terms. So 4 divided by x will be still one term, not 2 terms. But what about 4 plus 6? Is it one term or 2 terms? It will be 2 terms. Why? Because there is one term. This is 1. This is 2. So there are total how many terms? 2 terms. The sign of addition separate the terms. I have written it in the last. I don't know if people can see it or not, because addition and subtraction separate terms. Multiplication and division do not separate terms. Got it? Okay. If I write 4 minus x, how many terms are there? 4 and x, there are 2 terms, not point term, because subtraction separated. If I write 2 times,
तो बाहर बच्चों उठो उठो शाबाश मेरे प्यारे बच्चों
sorry,
उठो
I'm unable to understand your question, please. Hello? Hello? Okay, let's move on. If you have any question, you can just simply raise your hand so I know that which person is asking the question. Okay, so if I have minus 5 into a, how many terms are there? This is 1 term. If I have minus 5a into b.
बाहर का पक्का खोल के अंदर बैठे हुए हो
Hello? Can you please mute your mic?
मैं जो कह रही हूं नहीं सुनाई दे रहा बैठ जाओ हुन तुसी बैठे रहो बुध है बुध
Because this is a demo lesson, so I didn't mute everyone. Can you please mute your mic yourself? Okay, I will mute you. Okay. If you have a question, you can raise your hand, okay? So minus 5ab, this will be 1 term. But if I will write minus 5 plus a plus b, how many terms will be there? There will be 1, 2, and 3 terms. So the concept is the same. Addition and subtraction separate the terms. But multiplication and division do not separate the terms. So this is the same concept we're following. So this is how the terms are separated and terms are not separated. Okay, if I write like this, 3 terms, good one. Okay, if I write like this, 7 minus x minus y, how many terms? 3 terms. Okay, if I write 8 times x times y times z, okay, how many terms are there? This is a question.
1 term.
Very good, 1 term. Because 8 is multiplying with x, is multiplying with y, is multiplying with z. So there is all multiplication operations, so it do not separate the terms. Okay, so now I'm going to add one big question for you. Okay, so the question is 7xy plus 20y minus 3x plus 8. Okay, how many terms are there? Hello?
4
Okay,
times.
2 terms?
4.
4, very good. So there are 4 terms. See, this is term number 1 because all of the operations are multiplications. This is term number 2. This is term number 3 and this is term number 4. So there are total 4 terms. Again, the concept is same, that only multiplication and division divide the terms, otherwise terms are not divided. So now I have a worksheet and you people are going to, I will give you the worksheet for homework now. Okay, for example, you have powers. If you have 7x square y, how many terms are there?
1 term.
1 term. If you have 3p square minus q, how many terms are there?
2 terms
2 terms.
2
Very
terms.
okay, thank you so much, students. So if you have any questions, please ask me the question.
Miss, isn't there another name for power?
Yes, there are 2. Another name for power is exponents, or power can also be known as exponents. Any more question? So any question from mother's side is also accepted. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . No? All clear? All okay? So this lesson is going to be followed with a worksheet that I am going to send you all to the all students who have registered. And after solving the worksheet, you're going to send that worksheet back to me, which will be checked in the next lesson. And then we will continue to our normal routine lessons, inshallah. So after the completion of one concept, there will be a test that is specifically organized, and specifically test will be checked and will be given the feedback. Thank you so much. Still, I'm waiting. If there is any question from any students or mother side, you can just ask to me.
Nothing.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Allah Hafiz, Miss.
Allah Hafiz.